Hi friends, I have a 5-day all-day clean and organize the house with me. The first thing I did was make my iced coffee, and I like the house to smell good, so I go ahead and get my candles going to get the aroma and the scent going, gets me in the mood for cleaning. And this is what we're going to work on first. This little corner section of my kitchen, it has all the snacks in these little baskets, but the thing is, it's a corner space, so sometimes I don't see the stuff in the corner. So I'm going to remove everything out of there, and I'm going to organize it into these like Dollar Tree baskets. I think I got some at Dollar Tree. I even reused the Costco Madeline containers and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and place all the snacks that I use for the boys' lunches and school snacks in those containers. It makes it really convenient when I can see everything. I do love myself some tuna. I love a tuna melt, so I like to use that one. And then my mom gave me some Sky Flakes crackers for my birthday recently. I love those. My favorite one is the condensed milk one. It's a Filipino cracker with like yummy filling in the middle. And then these little containers, I swear to you, I also got them at Dollar Tree, and I'm putting all the yummy cookies and crackers in there, and Kodiak cakes that we use for pancakes. Oh, I love that jerky. That plant-based jerky is so good. Okay, so now I'm going to put everything back into place. I wish it took only 2 seconds to do this, but you guys, it takes all day to do this. And I'm organizing more of these baskets, and I really need to buy more of these baskets because I like organizing everything, and I like pulling all the snacks out and seeing everything for myself. And then this bread container I bought on Amazon, I love it. I put bread, a cookie, I close it, and I'm good to go. It doesn't look as messy as just like bread hanging out on the counter. It's aesthetically pleasing, and I'm just putting everything where it belongs. And oh my goodness, I spilled this, I don't even know what it's called. It's like a cough syrup. I spilled it. Oh my goodness. I wiped it down though, and then I ended up having to mop it too because, you know, it gets sticky. Okay, back to business, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and clean this area. I call it the medicine cabinet because our bathroom doesn't have a medicine cabinet. And then over here I am doing laundry. The dried stuff was ready, and then I'm going to transfer the wet stuff in the dryer and do another load of laundry. Every day is laundry, you guys. I'm cleaning the mop that I used because it got dirty. And now this area, I call it the Tupperware area and also the kids area because I store all the Tupperware there, and also the boys' lunch boxes, plates, thermoses, boys' cups, and everything. Everything that I need to access is right there, but sometimes it gets a little crowded, so I decided to donate some of the plastic Tupperware because I prefer glass now. And so over here I have these water bottles. I just need to clean that area as well. And oh my gosh, this one is a disaster. This one took me all day. It may not look like it from this fast forwarded video, but it literally took me all day. We have this corner area, and I just end up throwing so much crap in it, and you will see. Look, oh my goodness, do you see all that? It is a hot mess express. So what I decided to do was place all the snacks in little organized containers. Sometimes I use Tupperware, sometimes I use clear containers, and I took it out of its packaging because I had a lot of like random stray boxes. Sometimes there was only like one cereal bar in a big old box, and I really didn't need to be doing all that. So what I decided to do was organize everything. I put some of the snacks in these little organized bags, so I know that those are the chip bags. And I kept doing that until I was completely done, and it took all day. It was just a lot of snacks. I save all the snacks, all the goodie bags for birthday parties and everything. So I went ahead and I had everything organized. I know exactly what to look for and where to find everything now. And although it may look like chaos to you, it's so organized to me, and I'm so happy I did this because it was just too much. It was literally so much. And then over here is the cat area. So for the cat area, I just wanted to remove everything because they get a lot of little snacks. My cats get medicated a lot. There was a lot of things in the back that was just, it didn't belong there. So I put it into little containers from the container store, as you can see. So I have their medication organized. I have all the information that I need in that little baggie for the cats too. They have their greenies, their canned food, which I actually need to refill. They have more greenies, and then I have all their little dishes for their food. I just had to organize everything. Oh, and I also had those little plug-ins that have the hormone to calm down my cats when they're stressed out. And then, of course, I had to refill the food and just organize everything. And Charlie, that's my cat, Charlie. He's the gray cat. He's the only one that does not mind his business. I love him so much. He's so fun. Charlie just could not deal. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing with my area? So over here is another day where I organize the boys' closet. I went ahead and I folded everything in their closet, in their drawers. And for Jacob's clothes, I ended up putting it in trash bags and I donated it to a local thrift store. And then for Liam's clothing, I'm going to do also, I ended up saving Liam's clothes for Jacob because Jacob will eventually fit into it because Liam is currently like a size 6 and he had a lot of 5T. Jacob is currently a 3 and 4T and he had a lot of 2T. So those are the bags and bags of clothes that I donated. And now I'm just going to try and organize the stuffed animals. My boys just love their stuffed animals. It's kind of getting out of control. So here I just wanted to organize the books because they were looking a little messy and I just want to make sure that he sees all the different books, and I like to move the books around so that he can see all the different books that he actually has. And then over here we have Jacob's closet. I just needed to hang a bunch of stuff. It was getting really messy. His closet is pretty small, but we don't really use much of that closet, so we just organize it the best that we can. And now we're here in Liam's room and I'm doing the same thing I was doing for Jacob's room. I'm folding every single thing in every single drawer, and then after that I'm just going to go ahead and donate a lot of those. Oh, no, not donate. I'm going to save that one for Jakey, like I mentioned. And then Liam, he just has a lot of toys. Like, I'm not the type of person who is, like, donating or getting rid of a lot of toys, and I know that I should. And today was the day I was like, you know what? It's time. I need to really declutter this house because it's getting out of control. And, like, you know, a whole year and then some of quarantine and the boys at home, it was just a lot that I did not keep up with, all the organizing and the housework. But now that I'm just so happy the boys are back in school, so it just makes it a lot easier. And the fun thing is I can film it for you guys and edit it and it becomes a video for my channel. So yeah, those are extra comforters, extra blankets, extra towels. Justin is trying to get me to get rid of some of the towels, which I actually did. I'm really proud of myself because I love towels. So this little space, when we bought the house, it came with this organized closet, which I really like for the boys. But I wonder what it's going to be like when they're older, if they'll have enough closet space. I mean, if I can share a tiny closet like this with Justin, I know that the kids can deal with their own clothing and their little closet too, because I love myself some clothes. I just end up donating a lot of them or sending them off to, you know, my sister or my mom. That way I know someone gets to enjoy all the things. As you can see here, I'm still working on Liam's closet because it doesn't look like it has a lot of stuff in there, but there's just a lot of random things that I needed to get rid of, donate. I had like old baseball clothes that Liam no longer fits into. I had old clothes that size 3 that he doesn't fit into anymore that will fit Jacob hopefully, or maybe Jacob's even a little too big for that. I had a lot of artwork that I ended up recycling. I don't want to be that mom, but like it was just a lot. So those are the bags upon bags that I'm using to donate everything. We ended up with like 4 or 5 bags. And then over here I'm organizing Liam's books. He has so many books that I ended up getting some of those books and donating some because we really don't need that many books, especially the baby books. My kids have outgrown, like any books about potty training, any books with just all pictures and no words. I mean, they need to, like, you know, be able to let that go. So I decided it was time. I went ahead and I wiped up this area because it was getting a little dusty. And so I wiped everything down, and I love the geranium scent by Mrs. Meyer's. Compassion flower is a really good scent too, but that scent was discontinued. And while I'm cleaning, I'm listening and kind of watching Celebrity Ghost Stories. I love that show on YouTube. If you guys are interested, search Celebrity Ghost Stories. So now I'm making Liam's bed. His theme is space, and he has an obsession with those squishmallows. They're so fluffy. He says he loves them. I'm cleaning the boys' bathroom with soft scrub with bleach and a new, it's not like a hard type of sponge, but it does the job. And then I removed all the toys so I can scrub with soft scrub with bleach. I like using soft scrub with bleach because it kind of whitens the you know, the bathtub and everything, and it disinfects and kills the germs because it has the bleach, and it's really affordable, you guys. That's why I like using that. And then I'm over here scrubbing the toilet, giving it a good scrub, and I have, you know, one that has a plunger and a toilet brush at the same time, which I really like. And then I'm decided to just organize underneath the boys' bathroom sink too. I did that, and then now I'm doing this side of the house. It's just a bunch of like different baking supplies, and I decided to donate a lot of the baking supplies because I don't bake as much. I used to have a cooking channel called Cook with April. I haven't been doing that as much, so I was like, I don't need as much equipment, as much things for baking, and the things that I already have is what I will end up using. So this area I decided to organize. I really like it when my pantry is nice and organized, and we ended up you know, when we bought the house, we ended up buying those little drawers that go in and out, that slide in and out, and that made it helpful so I can see everything. And then I have those little clear containers that I bought on Amazon. It makes it easy for me to see my brown sugar, my flour, the cereal. And then over here I have my little sliding island, as you can see, and that sliding island is convenient because I ended up using it to put all the pantry food and organize it. And I'm organizing the with the popcorn, the oatmeal, that's Kodiak cake pancakes. That's the one that I like to use for our family pancake sundae. I put the flour in the cute little containers. We have so much food here, just a lot of like pasta and canned goods, and I'm just removing everything and organizing it and putting it in its place. And it makes a difference, you guys. Like, I know it's so easy to just throw your things in, which I have done for years, but when you organize, you actually know exactly where to find something. If someone were to ask me over the phone and I was like out of town or something, like, where did you put your pasta? I'm like, go to the second pantry, open it up, and you will find the pasta. So I just like having it organized, and it makes my heart so happy. Do you guys see that? I love it! Do you see it? I am so obsessed. That's my favorite drawer. That's why I had to show you guys one more time. And then up here is where I actually store all my teas. I love tea, so let me know if you have a certain favorite tea, because I would love to know, because I love trying different teas. I even have a little tea container. I organize all my teas there. Every single night, Justin and I drink tea. It just helps with digestion. It just kind of helps me relax, you know, at night. And then over here, oh my gosh, it was messy, y'all. I needed to put that like organizer in and wash it, like definitely wash it. And then I ended up vacuuming and I wiped it down with a Lysol wipe. And now I am looking at little spoons, and you know, I donated some of those little spoons because my kids are not babies anymore. They did not need those big old spoons. So I went ahead and I washed that, and I cleaned it with a Cascade Pod. I pulled our Ruggable, it's washable, and I'm going to go ahead and wash that in the washing machine. And then, you know, the organizer was nice and clean, and so I'm just going to go ahead and place all my forks and spoons. And I even have like my plastic containers in there. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It doesn't look as messy anymore, and I'm really proud of that because we were having people over and it was looking a mess, and now it looks like this. It looks way better than before, thank goodness. So this area is Justin's barbecue random area, and I decided to go ahead and clean that up. Justin was upset though because I ended up getting rid of his sangria spoon. It was looking kind of rusty, and I was like, you know what, I need to get rid of it. And then of course I get rid of it, and then the next week he's like, where's my sangria spoon? I want to make sangria. And I was like, honey, you can use any spoon you want. It doesn't have to be the rusty old sangria spoon. So here I got all his grilling stuff and just random stuff like my little, what's it called, pastry cutter, my spoon, anything. I know it doesn't look organized, but it is to me. I know exactly where to find everything. And then I went ahead and I refilled my Nespresso pods. I got that cute little organizer on Amazon. And then over here is where we store all of our mugs, our coffee mugs, our cups and everything. So I just wanted to organize this area too. We had a lot of old coffee grounds that we really haven't been using for like maybe 7 years. I travel, I move houses with it, and I never use it. So I was like, you know what, it's time to organize and get rid of some. This is our random drawer. I have onion goggles and all the things. I know it didn't look organized, but it is to me. That's just how I organize it. And then over here is where I put all my pots and pans, but I also use my oven as pots and pan storage because we have so many. But I did end up donating some of our pots and pans. And then I went ahead and I cleaned the island and everything. I believe I cleaned it with a Lysol wipe or something. I just don't see it because I did this like 5 days in a row, so I don't know exactly what product I was using. Well, it looks like a Lysol wipe for sure. And then I'm gonna go ahead and clean that stove real quick, but not like a deep clean, just with a little Lysol wipe situation because it wasn't that dirty. And then over here, I'm just cleaning the knobs with a Lysol wipe. As you see, I'm cleaning the knobs and every little like pull part of the drawer. It just disinfects everything. I'm just all about disinfecting. I just think that, you know, it makes a huge difference. Like, everyone in our house has not been sick for over a year because I stay disinfecting. Even when I go to an Airbnb, I will clean the heck out of that Airbnb. You know, make sure that I kill all the germs because I'm that crazy. And I'm over here wiping that part of the window in our kitchen because it gets really dusty. And then under the sink over here, I decided to organize it too. I have a lot of like my cleaning supplies underneath the sink, my Microban, my Cascade pods, and I removed every single thing so that I can wipe it down because, you know, it gets a little crusty. So I'm wiping it down with a Lysol wipe. It just, you know, anything that's wet will like catch all that crustiness. And then I went ahead and I put all the cleaning supplies back in its place. And it was just nice to see my sink so organized. And then over here, these are the drawers that I store just random things like pot holders and things like that, and, you know, cutting mats and all the things. So this drawer, I stored a lot of my recipes. I decided to just go ahead and recycle some and organize it. And then over here, I have all the Ziploc, the foil, everything. I just went ahead and wiped it down and organized it a little bit. And then this is my little movable island that I got on Amazon. I love this thing. It is a blessing for a small kitchen because you can move it around and it stores so much stuff. Like, we have water bottle for our humidifier. For Liam's room, we have Justin's protein under there. I've got a bunch of trash bags and aprons that I'm just folding, and like paper towels on the side. It's such a great little island. I'll link it below, you guys. And then I'm going to organize this is our second crap drawer. I know we call it crap drawer, but it is what it is. We have everything in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down with window cleaner because it was a little, you know, it had fingerprints and stuff and some splashes. And then I'm wiping down the stainless steel and I'm mopping the floors because, you know, the last thing I gotta do is mop it real good. And then our ruggable rug was ready and Justin actually does that for me. So thank you, friends, so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up.